Simplicity has come out with a new, maybe winter collection, and they've got a few patterns for women, as you can see, for men, and then also for children. There's not a ton of new patterns, so we're going to take at least a peek at all of them, even if I don't give each one of them my, most detailed review. All of the women's patterns definitely will, but the men's and kids we'll just kind of take a look at together just for fun. Okay, how do I get in here? Now I want to shop them all. New patterns. All right. So, first up, we have a skirt. Sizing looks like 6 to 14 and then 16 to 24. We've got one picture to look at. And it looks like it's a like it sits at your natural waist, gathered skirt with the pocket's actually kind of cute if I'm being honest. It's got like a pleated, almost like a paper bag seam type detail. I don't hate the pack. I don't hate the pocket. I don't love how it sticks out from the skirt so much, but I'm sure they hold lots and lots of lip glosses and cell phones and kids' toys and stuff like that. Here are our line drawings. It looks like it comes in two lengths, and it also zips up the center back. And then you have this version here that has the pleated pocket, but not the little extra pleated detail on top. I after looking at Simplicity for fall, after the rebrand and everything, I'm here for a simple pattern. I just don't know if maybe the styling is not great, if they're always using these like really plain fabrics, like, I mean, come on, gray, oversized, gathered skirt, it's just kind of boring, even with the little pocket detail. I appreciate that though, because by all means, we all know they could have made this version. So at least they opted for the fun one. But I don't know, this just isn't really calling to me. This doesn't feel like something I want to spend, I mean, a lot of money on. I mean, the patterns are $15 now, plus, I mean, how much fabric do we need? 2 yards? We'll look at this whenever it decides to open. All that fabric that you need for a gathered skirt, and then, your time. So it's just hard to justify something that, I don't know, but it could be comfortable and it could be like practical in these times. I don't know, a midi length skirt. Is that really me? Maybe I'm just kind of desperate. Okay. Oh no, forgive me. Not 2 yards. We're talking 3 to almost 4 yards of fabric for this skirt. That's a no for me, guys. I can use that amount of fabric to make something way, way, way just better. More my style, more, I don't know. I don't know. But that's a lot of fabric. And then we do not have any finished garment measurements, but it does go up to size 24. So there is that. And then we have the pattern cover, and this is it. These are all the pictures we're going to get. And we saw all that. So yeah, so I don't know. It's just kind of poorly styled. It's not giving me a lot of, creative energy. It's not giving me a lot of inspiration. All right, now we have what they're calling a knit wrap jacket. We've got some more pictures here. That's good. So it looks like they made this out of some kind of like maybe boucle knit or something, but it's like a wrap style with an oversized shawl, I guess collar, and then it buttons on one side, has a tulip hem, long sleeves that are just hemmed, like tucked under. There is another picture of the front. Here's the back. So the shawl collar does continue to the back. There's a center back seam. And I am wondering if this is a double layer, because is this the wrong side of the fabric? And then, it's hard to tell. I wonder if they'll say something about that. Because that matters, I think. If you have to use 2 layers of fabric for this, it can be really, I mean, I'm really thinking, guys, it's a single layer. So then it's turned under and top stitched. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, I think that's what's happening. So you do have to pick a fabric that looks good on both the right side and the wrong side, and also kind of looks pretty similar right to wrong side. I think the right side of this fabric has more of like a sheen to it, and then this is a little bit flatter, a little bit more matte. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. And you know what else? It's like these days, most of us are trying to do our shopping online when we can, and a lot of places online don't show you the underside of the fabric. So it would kind of be a little bit of a guess, but just some things to consider. So we have a couple of options here. Hard to tell what the difference is. Length. Okay, just 2 different lengths, and then this one doesn't have sleeves, which that's also a really cute idea. So it works a little bit more just like a cover up, like a shawl rather than like a sweater. I don't know that I would wear a shirt under this. I mean, maybe like they did with like a little tank top, but this is a little bit more like a layer, like an extra layer that you throw on top. And I can imagine this in like flannels and a bunch of different fabrics, even if they're not per se knit. You just add a little extra width through the waist and hip, and you'll be fine, I think. Okay, let's look at the back of the envelope. So it's alphanumeric sizing. It goes up to 2X, which is their equivalent of 26. Yeah, you need 2.5 to 2.5 to 3 yards of fabric. Sorry, 2.25 to 3 yards of fabric, depending on if you want the sleeves or not. And here you can tell the difference between A and B a lot better. B has a 3/4 sleeve and is a little bit shorter, and A has a longer sleeve and is, I don't know if that makes it tunic length. Does it say which one she's wearing? She's got on A. So she's got on the longer length. Yeah, so it's a low hip. So I imagine B hits at the high hip. So yeah, there's your yardage there. And then we get a finished bust measurement, which you can tell is pretty generous already. So they are anticipating you to layer it over something already. So if you don't plan on doing that and you just plan on wearing like a thin camisole, that's something to keep in mind with sizing. Or if you plan on making it out of something that's not super stretchy, that's also something to keep in mind. This to me is a lot better than that skirt, that's for sure. I mean, it's not the most fashion forward thing there is out there, but it is interesting. It does look like something that you wouldn't guess that you made yourself. I like that aspect of it. It looks ready to wear. And if you made it out of, a really gorgeous fabric, it could look really expensive too. So that's good. I'm happy about this one. Now we move on to a vest and pants. Who is wearing this vest? Oh, man. Okay, so, gosh, we don't even have options. All right, so it is a vest with no collar. It's got this really great princess seam that provides a really beautiful shape through the waist. A little hook and eye closure here. Probably a facing is in here. And then unlined everywhere else, I'm guessing. It's got one patch pocket on the front. And then our pants are elasticated at the waist, but also have belt loops because you really need a belt to hold the pants up when they're elasticated. Obviously, I'm being snarky there, but it's like, huh? Maybe they're just envisioning that you put a belt on to cover up the fact that it's elasticated. Maybe. I don't know the point of belt loops and elastic in the waistband. Um, oh my word. Okay, now we have a picture of her without sleeves. Just in case you would want to wear this. This is bad, you guys. Look at her face. She's like, what? She's like, I know it's quarantine and I'm not getting many jobs, but come on, please. That's just weird. Even in the dead of summer here, I wouldn't wear a sleeveless suit. That's just so bizarre. Okay, here's the back though. The back has a center back seam, and that is it. No fisheye darts or anything like that. And at least they put the picture of her with the turtleneck on the cover. Oh, it's also showing in the illustration that these are supposed to kind of flop open a little bit. Hers aren't really doing that, so I'm not really sure about the discrepancy there. This one also has like a little tie feature, which I actually like a little bit better than this. Not that I'm going to make this, but that's a little bit more interesting than the hook and eye, I think. This is just giving me like, I don't know, what else hooks like that? I was going to say like a doctor's lab coat, but no, it's not that. But some kind of uniform or something. The pants you can see do have like a curved slash pocket. The pants aren't terrible. I still don't get belt loops and elastic in one, but okay. You know what I mean? Like, sure. So yeah, we've got that. We saw that with a little tie. Oh, actually, gosh, it's so confusing, the pattern envelopes. Like, so her version is this that doesn't flop open, but then there's also this version that does. Do you think there's really, oh, because that's more like a, oh, I can't tell. Did they just draw it two different ways to show that you can wear it two different ways? We need more pictures. That's all it comes down to. Okay, and so then, like I said, the pants aren't terrible. It's just a little bit ironic, is all. So, yeah, she has it open here a little bit so you can see how the pant leg line is. Not bad, right? I wish you could see the rest of the pant under this jacket, but either way. Okay, so it comes in extended sizing. So it's 10 to 28, which is great. You need ribbon, twill, tape. You need a lot of notions for this. Elastic for the pants. And then they also want you to like make your own belts out of leather trim or cording. I think this would say cording, not cordy. And then they have it crepe, denim, laundered silk, linens, rayons, twill. Gosh. A rayon suit? Maybe a blend? A silk suit? A denim suit? I don't know, guys. This seems strange. This whole pattern seems strange. Okay, so come to find out, it is fully lined, this little vest. So you do need some lining. And then A and B are different. So it's got to be that collar, which they aren't really showing us, but the difference in fabric is about, well, it's negligible. They're all the same. So, well, this one is an eighth more in the 45-inch. Gosh, that's specific. Okay. And then the pants, you need like up to 2.5. Finished garment measurements of the vest, are 37.5 up to 56. So that's a good range. And then the hip measurement goes from 37.5 to 57. Also a really decent range. I mean, I know that we're in the time of Corona, and they probably only got one model for this shoot. So they had to make sample sizes in every pattern that fit her. But it would have been really nice to showcase this in, a fuller figured woman, just so it'd be really easy to identify that it is a size inclusive pattern. It does say Mrs. and Women's, so that should have been my first clue, but it would have been nice for the imagery to represent that as well. Maybe they'll redo the photo shoot whenever they are able to get more people on set. I don't know. All right, that's that. And then I think this is our last women's pattern. This is a top. Okay, so it's like a take on a button down. It's odd to me that they chose to make so much workwear. You know what I mean? Like you've got the vest and the pants, this shirt. I thought there would be a lot more things like that sweater, because nobody's really going to an office. But I will say this would look really cute on a Zoom call. So this is actually quite interesting and young and youthful feeling because of some of the details that they added. So you've got your traditional, collared shirt. The buttons are actually asymmetrical, which is kind of like a chef's coat. So I'm a little bit leery to look at some of these other pictures. But then you have this really cute bow detail that serves no purpose other than just, something a little more interesting. But then you've also got your sleeve is now a drop shoulder, which is easier to sew also. And it comes down, buttons into a cuff, but the cuff also has this little flounce detail, which is really nice. I'm trying to see some of the seaming here. It might be princess seamed, I think, through here. This certainly has to attach somehow, so maybe there's another dart or something. And then I'm desperate to see the back. I think it's cute. I like it more like this, untucked. It is very wide, very generous through the waist and hip, like width-wise. I also might lengthen it a little bit. Lengthen and keep it this wide, or narrow it and keep it this short. One of the two. Just proportion-wise. Okay, here's the back. All right, so you can see the facing, which is not great. You've also got this yoke with a little gather here, and then there are no darts or anything here. It's just very, very roomy, almost borderline oversized. And then these French seams, I guess, is that like 1/2 inch seam allowance? Is that supposed to be part of the thing? Or are you supposed to make them that big? Yeah, interesting. Let's look at the line drawings. It's pretty cool, right? I like it. I really do. So you've got some collar options. You've got some sleeve cuff options. And then you can just leave the sleeve off altogether and just do a wrap. And this is where, if you don't make this out of like a printed lightweight drapey fabric, this is where you will run the risk of it looking like a chef's coat, a nurse's uniform. It can go a little too professional really, really quick. But it's cute and versatile, I think. And it does have the princess seams, also a forward shoulder. So there's kind of a lot going on. This would be super cute in like a striped shirting, would be really fun. Maybe even this one in like a seersucker or something. I like it. I really do. I'm interested to hear what you guys think of this one, because it's a little bit funky. Oh, also this version doesn't have the collar too, which adds to chef, nurse, all of that stuff. Okay, so Chalet, Chambray, Charmeuse. Oh, real fancy version. Okay. crepe de chine, double georgette, lightweight linen, lightweight poplin, shirtings. Yeah, I agree with all that. Anything from like a shirting weight down, I think you would be fine. Shirting weight and lighter. It is a 6 to 24 size range. You just need a few buttons. And in fashion fabric, 2.5 yards almost for all of them. And then the sleeveless version, up to 1 3/4 of a yard. And then we have a finished bust here on the pattern cover, 37.5 up to 53. Again, very roomy, very generous. I mean, it's meant to be very voluminous, but if you have a fuller bust, I don't think you'd have to worry about doing full bust adjustment. All right, so that's that. Those are the women's patterns for winter. And then the guys actually get their own patterns. This time we've got 2 of them. We've got a men's jacket. We'll just flip through this, kind of like a bomber style. I mean, can I not make this for myself? I guess I kind of have some like that. But if I didn't, I would absolutely make this for myself. I wonder what the sizing on I honestly have never made a men's pattern before. Do they have? Oh, they call it chest measurements, 40 to 58. I mean, how would that be any different than a women's pattern? Like this, you know? Like a women's little bomber coat isn't going to have like darts or anything in it. Oh, look, the sizes go up to 52. Interesting. And then here's your yardage. Waterproof fabrics, nylon, ripstop, and then rib knit for the bands. And then I guess it's lined. Yeah. What's back? Oh, for A, because this is, you've got to make your little outer layer. Huh, interesting. Okay, good for the guys. Great for the holidays if you're planning on sewing for a man in your life, or as I'm figuring out, a woman, because these seem pretty gender neutral to me. But we've got a little vest here with some bias binding finish, a little zip pocket here, possibly zip pockets here also. Oh, and then this little curved yoke. I mean, maybe this on a woman would be a little bit much, you know, the shoulder width, but that's something you could check and fix. This one does come with sleeves also. I wish they would have shown us a picture of that, but I know I'm asking for too much. But yeah, you can see all the design details here. Really good. There's even a 2-piece sleeve. So annoying. Like, why don't the women's patterns get that kind of treatment? We get a freaking gathered skirt and elasticated pants with belt loops. All right, and then we've got these little girls' outfits, a jumper, a cute little cape, a fur vest, and leggings. So sweet. This is just a little skirt, a cute little peasant top, and then the boys get pull-on pants, a shirt, and a vest. Dang. The boys get this whole outfit, and the girls have to buy each individual one. That makes no sense. Oh my gosh. Want for myself. I can't look at these little kids. It's too cute. Look at this little suit. This is also kind of great for anyone who's just had a baby. I don't know how the sizing works, but you can make a little onesie. And then these are our fall patterns. So that's it. That is Simplicity Winter. And it's pretty much a miss, but given the times that we are in, I'm impressed that they are getting collections together at all. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful they're giving me something to look at and one little pattern that I might add to my collection that is truly not like anything else that I already have. So I'm eager to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section below. Obviously, as soon as I find out about the other big four winter releases, I'll let you guys know. But that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all very soon. Bye.